Hello everyone, TechSpeeder here with another video. Today I want to show you the latest insider build for Windows 10. The build number is 14986. There's been a lot of feature improvements, bug fixes, many other things in this release, so let's get right to it. There's been a lot of Cortana improvements. Hey Cortana, lock my computer.
Locking your computer.
Okay, just like that. Cortana locked my computer. It also has the capability to shut down. I believe they're bringing the capability to restart, also to do volume up and volume down when you're listening to music, things like that. So let me log back in here to my computer. Okay, so now that we're logged back in, hey Cortana, play Windows Weekly on TuneIn Radio.
Playing WW498, the year's best on TuneIn.
That casts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Tweet. Bandwidth for Windows Weekly.
Okay, as you can see, the commands to play music are starting to work. You can use iHeartRadio and TuneIn Radio at the moment to launch the app and say a genre or maybe a favorite artist or a podcast, things like that, and it'll open right up and begin playing that podcast for you. It's definitely cool, kind of a, maybe would you say, gimmicky feature, but definitely one of those features that can kind of wow your friends, and it does seem futuristic. Another one, then it's probably kind of underrated for most people, but dealing with the corporate world some or companies that have Office 365 accounts, in the past it's been a real pain for companies to use Cortana integration because you have to sign them up with a Microsoft account. They can't sign in with their Office 365 account with their customized domain. You always had to create a Microsoft account and an Office 365 account, and to explain this to customers is extremely confusing for them. Another cool feature with Cortana is if your computer has been sitting there for about 10 seconds without any mouse or keyboard input, you can talk to it and it'll do a full screen display. So presumably maybe you're farther away from your computer or you're using it as more of a entertainment system. So for example, hey Cortana, what is the weather in New York City?
It's currently 40 and cloudy in New York.
Hey Cortana, stock prices of Microsoft.
Microsoft closed down 1.21% on Friday at 62.14.
Hey Cortana, Eagles football score.
Yesterday, the Eagles defeated the Cowboys 27-13.
Okay, as you can see, when you aren't using your computer with keyboard and mouse input, Cortana launches on this full screen, beautiful UI that brings up these cards like Google Now would on an Android device or Siri would on an iOS or iPhone. So kind of a cool feature. Don't know how much I will use it in real life, but it's nice to see this addition. Moving from Cortana, let's talk about the Edge, Microsoft Edge extensions. So with this build, they brought a couple more extensions to the Microsoft Edge browser. If that's your sort of thing, you can check those out here in the store. Just open up your browser, go to extensions, get extensions from the store, and you will see a couple extensions that are brand new here. One of them is Ebates Cashback, which is basically a rebate, coupon, promo code type of an app, help you to save money while you're online. Another one was Read and Write, and the other one was the TrueKey app, which is kind of cool actually. It's basically a password manager. I believe it has some biometric support, like you can log in with your face to the application or with your fingerprint, something like that. So a couple new extensions to Microsoft Edge. Okay, and we also got a new UI update for Windows Defender. So you can launch the app. It's going to be somewhat incomplete at this point. It's basically just a shell wrapper of the actual Win32 app, Windows Defender app. You can still find that in your start menu if you search for it, but they're definitely moving the Windows Defender app into something more like a universal Windows app. So if you go here to the home here, it says your device is protected. Your virus and my virus and threat protection is green. You can click on that, see some details. You can also go to your firewall and network protection to see if your firewall is enabled, if your network is connected or not. And then they also have a couple of troubleshooting things below here. If say your firewall is off, it'll probably tell you to turn that on, click this button, things like that to turn it on. Okay, and a couple other options, things like family options, sort of like content filtering or time limits on your computers if you have a family PC or something like that. The next one is some Registry Editor tweaks that they keep making, and to be honest, this is awesome, especially for us as technicians where we are constantly using Registry Editor to fix weird or unknown issues. You can now use your keyboard shortcuts just like you can in File Explorer to use the Alt up arrow or Alt left or Alt right. And there's also a new view in Registry Editor. You can click on the font and change what font you want to see in Registry Editor. Not sure why you'd want to do this, but hey, why not? So a couple other things that are coming to Windows Game Bar improvement, full screen support. There's also some changes to the Windows Ink experience. Say you forgot to save your ink or some for sketch you were creating. You will now have the options to resume previous sketches you were doing, or updated. There's also updated ink flyout visuals, things like that. I personally don't use the Windows Ink, of course, on desktop. Now I'm sure this would be better if you had like a Surface Pro or some other tablet, maybe a Surface Book, but yeah, that's that. And they also are coming out with better, improved DPI, or basically scaling for desktop applications, especially with these 4K monitors coming, or even higher resolution monitors. A lot of desktop applications don't scale right. The text is extremely small, so that's good to see some of that. There's also other tons of bug fixes with crashing, and I will put a link in the description below, the whole change log of everything that Microsoft has on their blog that got changed in this, as well as some new bugs that got introduced. Once again, I would not recommend running this build on a production PC, of course, but like I'm doing right here, running it in a virtual machine just to kind of see what's coming out, just to test it out. So that's pretty much it for this build of Windows 10, build 14986. So if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comment section below. If you like this sort of a video, let me know by letting a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.